Over the last several months, high school athletics, high school activities have changed quite a bit, not only here in Northwest Missouri, but across the country. But now we're starting to see the reopening process begin. And to help kind of break how things will work in the coming weeks and coming months, bring on some athletic directors from around the area. And here in St. Joseph, Lafayette High School Athletic Director Corey Gilpin, Bishop LeBlond Athletic Director Michael Evans, and as well as Mid-Buchanan Athletic Director Chris Kendrick. And guys, thank you for coming on. And Corey, I'll start with you first. Just briefly kind of explain how you guys are reopening this summer.
It's going to be a two-phase approach. I know everyone's kind of seen the whole news on how we're doing it. It wasn't something we didn't rewrite the wheel on anything. It's not breathtaking, groundbreaking material we do. I'm sure the other two can attest to that. You kind of take bits and pieces, what works for you and how your setup is, and then you go with it.
And Michael, for you guys over there, you guys are kind of following the same guidelines more or less. Just kind of, I guess, what's been the biggest thing for you guys reopening too?
Our biggest thing is, originally up until about 2 weeks ago, our initial plan was to open June 1st. And we had actually scheduled a meeting between myself and, 3 of our coaches that are going to conduct summer conditioning and weights and our principal. And actually, it was a 1 o'clock meeting, and he walks in on a Wednesday and he said, hey, things have changed. The diocese just passed down guidelines last night, and so we have to abide by them. So whereas our initial plan was June 1st, within one email, that all got bumped back. And really, in the end, it's almost identical to kind of what the St. Joe School District's doing.
And Chris, for you guys down there at Mid-Buchanan, you guys were one of the first in the state, the first around here to get back going with the summer reopening plan. What went into the process of you guys figuring out when and how you guys were going to open up already?
The athletic directors in the KCI and then also the superintendents all had their own meetings. We met virtually there in the middle of May, early May, to kind of decide what each we're going to do. We set guidelines that were similar in a number of aspects, but the date in which we all started was different in some capacities. What's
been the feedback you guys have gotten? Because when you guys announced that you guys were coming back, it was one of the first ones to do it. I think kind of everybody's like, okay, now it's starting to roll, summer workouts and things are reopening. What's the feedback that you guys have gotten on it?
It's been good. There's some that have questioned it. You'll see some tweets where, everybody's got their own opinion. For us, it's not like we've seen huge gains from an athletic standpoint in conditioning over the last 2 weeks. What I've noticed coming in each morning and going and checking on the kids when we go down there is just positive attitudes and kids smiling and being happy to hang out. It's interesting to listen to the coaches constantly instead of coaching up, technique and workout information, but to tell the kids to stay apart, keep their distance, make sure, and clean the equipment. It's just, that part's very odd, but it's good to see, knowing it's something we have to do.
They haven't been in school. They haven't been doing a lot of things, extracurricular activities. How much is that maybe going to be reinforced this summer that, yes, we want to win? That's partly why we're out here doing this, but how much is it just to get them all together, get them back doing something too?
I think obviously this spring really showed people that, especially these students, that hopefully, when someone says, this could be your last game, that they'll take it, take a little more to heart. And so hopefully that just means, coming back this summer with a positive attitude.
Corey, real quick for you, being with Benton and Central too, and having the 3 schools together in the district, are there challenges, I guess, for Lafayette, just because there are 3 schools in the district, so the district has to make sure everything's kind of level at the same time?
Always a challenge. How do we mold what we do to mold what Central does to fit at the district level? And so this was really no different because, Dave there at Central was talking, they get 300 some kids through a workout in summer weights. We might have 150. So his biggest issue was having the coaches and pro weights coaches there all day from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. And that you can't. Our coaches have been off for 2 months as well. They've been zooming away, but so it's a little bit of a challenge. We were thankful that Suburban did the same dates as June 15th. So Central can be a part of that. But that's a challenge in itself, not just with this, but everything we do in our district is the equity in all three schools when it comes to district decisions.
That was Lafayette Athletic Director Corey Gilpin, Bishop LeBlond Athletic Director Michael Evans, and Mid-Buchanan Athletic Director Chris Kendrick joining me to break down everything that's kind of went down the last 2 months and hopefully getting back into the routine this summer and looking forward to athletics and activities in the fall. That's a look at sports. We'll be right back.